Much. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Robert, for your introductions, and good morning, everyone. I would like to, first of all, I'd like to thank Natural Products in COVID-19 Liverpool 2021 Conference Organizing Committee to give me a scope to present some of my work here. And today I'm going to present some of summary data on garlic and its potential antiviral activity. My presentation title is Antiviral Potential of Garlic and its organosulfur compounds, an update of preclinical and clinical data. Next, please. Next, please. Yeah. Infectious diseases, especially viral diseases, are one of the main cause of premature death worldwide. People who are suffering from diabetes, cancers, heart disease, or other genetic problems are mainly susceptible to viral infections. The world has already experienced viral diseases as an epidemic or pandemic, such as SARS-CoV in 2003, MERS-CoV in 2012, and Ebola outbreak, and COVID, and currently we're facing COVID-19 pandemic. And people are struggling around the world to find out the effective treatments or preventions for the COVID-19. Prevention of viral infection is challenging because of their fast emerging drug resistance, rapid adaptability, and unique metabolic properties. Prompt treatment of infected people with antiviral medications can cure the illness, alleviate the severity, and shorten the disease, as well as minimize the outbreak. Therefore, discovery of new antiviral drugs is essential to these pandemic responses. And next, please. Next, please. Nature and natural products are an excellent starting point for drug discovery from the ancient time. Medicinal plant extracts and related products have long been used to treat a wide range of infections, including viral infections. And purified phytoconstituents are providing an essential source or act as a precursor for antiviral drug discovery. Immunomodulatory properties are one of the potential activity of herbal medicine that can fight viral infections. And a number of plants have already reported that act against different viruses through different mechanisms and boosting their immunity. Therefore, plant could be an essential, could be an exciting source for the discovery of novel antiviral drugs. Next, please. We all know the garlic is an annual herb from the Alliaceae family that are native to Central and South Asia, and nowadays it is cultivated all over the world. Garlic considered as a safe, generally safe by FDA, and for thousands of years, garlic has been used as functional food, spice, and seasoning herbs. And it also has been used for centuries as an ethnomedicinal plant to treat infection diseases. Next, please. A literature study showed that a number of reports, for example, in 1720, garlic was successfully used to save the Marseille populations from the plague. Fresh garlic and its extract is used to treat various viral infections or cryptococcal meningitis patients in China. Whereas in Asia and Europe, garlic is used to treat common cold, fever, coughs, and ear infections. In African traditional medicines, it is used to treat sexually transmitted diseases, tuberculosis, and respiratory infections. Garlic has already been reported to have antiviral activity against human, animal, and plant viral infections. Next, please. From the phytochemical analysis, it is found that the organosulfur compounds of garlic are to be the main bioactive constituents. More than 30 sulfur-containing compounds belonging to main chemical classes. One is from alanine, that is S-allyl L-cysteine sulfoxide derivative. Another is gamma-glutyl L-cysteine derivative. Next, please. Alanine is a major sulfur compound in fresh and dry garlic and quickly converted into allicin via alliinase enzymes during chopping, crushing, mincing, or cutting the fresh garlics. Allicin itself is very unstable and can be decomposed in vitro into other organosulfur compounds in different conditions. For example, allicin can be converted into garlicin or allithiidine in steam or basic pH, whereas in organic solvent, it can be converted as azoine or diethene. And you can also react with cellular thiols to convert corresponding market to glutathione compounds. Next, please. Different extraction methods can yield different organosulfur compound as principal components. For example, if we extract garlic with steam distillations near about 100 degrees centigrade, garlicin will be the major component. Whereas if we extract garlic with ethanol or water, allicin will be the major components. In case of the extraction with ethanol less than 0 degrees centigrade, then alanine will be the major components. Garlic contain not only the organic sulfur compound, but also other compounds like flavonoids, sterols, and fatty acids, and some other compounds, which are likely having additive or synergistic effect with organosulfur compounds. Preclinical studies showed that allicin and its derivatives, organosulfur compounds, were the main constituents responsible for antiviral, immunoenhancing, and other therapeutic activities. Next, please. This table shows the different garlic preparations currently available on the market around the world, around the world, and their mode of preparations and the main organosulfur compounds present in that preparations. For example, garlic tincture can be prepared by maceration of chopped garlic with vinegar and alcohol for 3 weeks, which contain mainly allicin, and azoine. Whereas aged garlic extract can be prepared by incubated in a solution of ethanol and water for up to 20 months, which contain mainly SAC and SMAC derivatives. Next, please. Preclinical investigation on garlic extracts and its organosulfur compounds have shown potential antiviral activity against different wide range of viruses, including flu and respiratory infectious viruses such as coronavirus, respiratory syndrome coronavirus, SARS-CoV, adenovirus, protein virus, and influenza parainfluenza virus. It also active against immunodeficiency virus such as HIV, different herpes virus, and also it also showed activity against meningitis virus and some other plant infected virus. Next, please. And this table represents the EC50 of garlic extracts against different viruses with their mode of detection and their mode of propagations. And this slide shows that a number of garlic extracts showed really low EC50 value, less than micrograms. Next, please. And this table showing that the antiviral potential of organosulfur compounds, and the data showed that the ozone, allicin, allithiidine are the most effective one with a low EC50 value and less than micromolar. Next, please. So preclinical data in vitro and in vivo already confirmed that garlic and its organosulfur compounds possesses really potent antiviral activity. And to understand the mechanism of antiviral activity, it is really important to understand the viral life cycles. And a number of stages of the viral life cycle could be targeted by an antiviral drugs, including it can inhibit the virus adsorption or cell entry, or can inhibit the viral cell fusions, virus replications, or different viral enzymes. It can inhibit or targeted assembly and release of virons, and sometimes it can inhibit the host cellular enzymes that have an effect on viral assembly and replications. And these antiviral compounds could have the immuno-enhancing activity to prevent different viral infections. However, next please. However, there is no exact report on to date on the mechanisms of garlic extracts or its organosulfur compounds, but the literature showed that the garlic extracts or its organosulfur compound could inhibit a number of viral life cycle steps and can enhance the immunity of the host to prevent the viral infections. And for positive Western RNA viruses such as HIV, garlic extract or its organosulfur compounds have shown to inhibit the entry of the viruses into the host cells. They can also inhibit the viral reverse transcription steps as well as inhibition of viral interrogation steps. And this images shows the virus HIV life cycles. And next, please. And the red, next, and the red circle indicates the indicates the steps where the garlic extracts and its organosulfur compounds can block. For the DNA viruses such as different herpes viruses, garlic extracts and its organosulfur compounds have shown to inhibit the entry of virus into the host cells. They can inhibit the fusion of its genetic material into the host cells as well as inhibit the viral replications. And here the cross indicating that these steps can be blocked by the garlic extracts or its organosulfur compounds for different herpes viruses. Next, please. For the negative Western RNA viruses such as influenza viruses, garlic extracts or its organosulfur compound can inhibit the entry of the virus into the host cells. They can also inhibit the uncoating of its genetic material into the host cell, as well as they can inhibit the viral replications. And the other report also says this extract or its organosulfur compounds can inhibit the conversion of negative viral RNA to the positive viral RNA. And they can also inhibit the viral assembly and release of new virions. And here also the cross indicating that these steps can blocked by the garlic extracts or its organosulfur compound. Next, please. So as I said before, that garlic extracts or its organosulfur compounds also act through enhancing the immunity, and the immunomodulatory effect of garlic extracts and its organosulfur compound involve both the innate immunity and adaptive immunity. And innate immunity, they upregulate the macrophage and natural killer cells, whereas in adaptive immunity, they upregulate the T cells and B cells to prevent the viral infections. Next, please. So lots of preclinical data already confirm that the garlic extracts and its organosulfur compounds possesses really potential antiviral activity, and therefore a number of randomized clinical trials on different commercial garlic preparations were conducted to investigate the therapeutic role in various viral infections. And this trial was conducted against whether the garlic extracts can prevent cold and flu infections, or they can prevent the viral induced hepatitis or viral associated warts, as well as they can increase the immunity activity of viral infected patients. Next, please. A number of clinical tests have shown antiviral effects of garlic extracts against viral cold and flu infections. And yeah, this table is really big, but this table really contains informative information on clinical trials of garlic extract, different garlic extracts. And there are 4 clinical tests conducted to see whether these extracts can prevent the viral cold and flu infections. And one trial was conducted with allicin containing garlic extract capsules among 146 subjects, mean average is 52, to see whether this can prevent the cold and flu. And another Russian clinical trials investigated the garlic extract sustained release tablet among children. Mean average is 7 to 12 years. And against whether this extract can prevent acute respiratory viral infections. And another clinical trial also conducted among 120 subjects, mean average is 26 years, to see whether they can prevent cold and flu infections and they can increase the immunity. And another interesting clinical trials investigated garlic nasal spray, the effect of garlic nasal spray among frequent travelers, whether they can prevent airborne infections. And all of these trials at the end, it says that garlic extract, supplementation of the garlic extracts can prevent the cold and flu infections or acute respiratory viral infections, not only number of infections, but also reinfections and severity. Next, please. Another randomized double-blinded clinical trial was reported the hepatoprotic effect, safety and tolerability of an oral capsule containing garlic oil with diphenyl dimethyl dicarboxylate in chronic hepatitis patients, that is hepatitis B and C patients. And they showed that that supplementation of the garlic tablet can reduce the viral load and reduce the hepatotoxic biomarkers. Next, please. Garlic extract also used to reduce and eradicate the warts, multiple common warts, which is a consequence of an infection of human papillomavirus. And 2 clinical trials was conducted on lipid garlic oil to eradicate the warts. And in these 2 trials, they selected the patients who has warts both in genital and non-genital sites, and they applied the garlic oil on that warts for 28 days. And at the end of the study, they found that garlic oil can reduce the size and the number of the warts and compared to the placebo. Next, please. And another interesting clinical trial showed that the garlic extracts can increase the immunity of children with cellular immunodeficiency. That is, they took the children's average is 3 to 15 years with some immunodeficient, and they supplemented garlic extracts. And then at the end of the study, they checked their immunity, especially CD3 and CD4 T lymphocytes, and they found that the active group contain really much higher immunity than the placebo groups. Therefore, these clinical trials clearly showed that garlic extracts or its organosulfur compounds can prevent the viral infections and different viral infections. Next, please. So as a conclusion, preclinical data demonstrated that the garlic and its organosulfur compounds have potential antiviral activity against different human, animal, and plant pathogenic viruses. Clinical studies demonstrated a prophylactic effect of garlic in the prevention of widespread viral infections in humans through enhancing the immune response. The mechanism of action was involved mainly blocking the viral entry into the host cells, inhibition of viral fusions, inhibition of viral RNA polymerase, reverse transcriptase, and DNA synthesis. The alleviation of viral infection was also shown to link with the immunomodulatory effect of garlic and its organosulfur compounds. And next, please. So from the data, the findings at a glance, the garlic have antiviral and immunoboosting properties. Dietary intake of garlic and garlic products is suggested to prevent viral infections as a prophylactic interventions. The organosulfur constituents of garlic contribute in prevention of viral infections. And these are the reference that last year these data were published last year, December, through our group. And we're currently trying to design a clinical trials with garlic tablet where that this can prevent COVID or not. So hopefully it will. Next, please. Thank you for your patience and listening to me.